What's going on, traders? How we doing? Welcome to At the Close. Yes, I will have Joel joining me in just a few, about 6 minutes. He should be jumping in, but wanted to get started, wanted to get us going. Yes, you guys hit the thumbs up for me starting up early, not waiting the 7 minutes. I didn't want to have you guys waiting, so you guys do me the favor. Let's start it up with a good thumbs up, and let's see what's going on in the market out there. I'll let Joel talk about the overall market. Of course, I've been taking a look at some of my names that I've been trading. So let's talk a little bit about my positions before we get to kind of the overall market here. Airbnb is going to be one that I'm going to talk about first. Airbnb has been doing really well lately. Got in this one at 158. Now it's up there to 165. I'm wondering if we're going to get up through the 166 level. But let's take a look here at the daily chart, see what we're seeing on Airbnb. Okay, guys, I actually got in this one during this candle here. So looking to see if we get that continuation move here in Airbnb. We got a nice candle yesterday. It would be great if we could close above that close. The close yesterday was 165. We're at 164.47 right now. Let's see if we can get it above that high of yesterday. And Airbnb looking like it wants to go ahead and take off here. After that level, I'll be looking to get it up towards 170. Towards that 170, I'll definitely take some profit, but then I'll be looking for this one to go make that next leg up towards 180. One thing I do like about this chart is that you did get some volume to come in. So if you draw a trend line here on the volume, you could see how we were coming down towards it. We got a nice spike going into it. Now we want to see another spike happen that actually goes above this level. The volume there was 11 million shares traded. Let's see if we can get maybe 12 million shares traded or 20 million shares traded to get it above that volume bar and then see it push up there towards the 170. This is one of my best positions right now. Another one that I'm holding on that I'm actually in the red. Hey, just one thing I will tell you guys is when I'm in the red is right here, Discovery. I took my shot right near this level, this 28.20 level, and I'm looking for it to hold 27. If it does break 27, that should be my out. So looking like I might be stopped out of that tomorrow, if not by the end of the day. We'll see how Discovery kind of holds on. This was my support line. I don't want it to break that because if it breaks that, we can be heading down towards the next level. Next level from there is going to be all the way down towards 24.20. Don't want to be caught in that breakdown there. So this is Discovery, and we'll see what happens. Like always, it's not always going to be on the upside. Sometimes you're going to have to cut some losses. It's okay. We got some other winners, and we did get a great reaction today in Genie. Genie bouncing back. This is one of my long positions. I have it in my trading account, but really it's an investment for me. I'm looking for this to continue running here, get up above 22 and hold it. We had some good closes going into this, and then today, big reversal candle. Let's take a look here on the 15-minute. You can clearly see we were downtrending into the open. Right when the open hit, boom, went all the way up towards 22.16 from a low of 19.10. It's a big, massive breakout there. Nice reversal candle. That's what you want to see on a stock like this that came out with earnings that weren't the worst, but there was kind of this mixed appeal because the EPS looked really bad compared to the earnings and what the company was talking about. I think this is clearly an example that investors looked at that earnings report and rebought in on Genie. We'll see if it can continue making the move. How we doing out there, Max? Good to see you. Quantum. Oh, that bear, that bull, whichever one. Is that a bull? It looks like a bull. Kind of looks like a bear, though. Let's go ahead with Maxon. Which one's Maxon? Are you talking about Max R or Max N? Because there's two. We got Max R, the space company. Let's take a look here at this one. This one's coming back down towards 30. And then you got Max N, which I actually got stopped out on live trading today. Got stopped out at 1760. Was looking for a move back through 18. It looked like it wanted to get through there, but as we can see, it turned around. Kind of glad I stopped out. This is why you got to have your levels. For me, if I wouldn't have stopped out there at 63, it would have came down all the way down towards a low of 1702. Would have lost an extra 60 cents on the shares. That's why you got to cut the losers sometimes, and it's okay. If it doesn't go in your direction, you just cut it and look for the next trade. All right, traders, how we doing out there? It's good to catch up with you guys. I'm seeing Richard jump in, James jump in, STBC. It's good to see you guys all in the chat. Let me know if you guys had a ticker that you guys want me to take a look at before Joel hops on. Should be hopping on in about a minute. We'll see if he hops on here and gets on. There he is. He's getting on right now, as a matter of fact. The one, the only, Elconin. You guys already know. Let him know in the chat. We need Joel. We need Joel. We need Joel. I want to hear it. All right, guys. I'll be starting up at the close now officially. So, hey, welcome to the show, guys. You guys do me a favor. Hit that share button. Let's get some more people in at the close. Seems like we always have our loyal viewers, but I want to get some new faces in here so you guys can do me the favor. Hit that share button. Let everybody know on your social. Hey, at the close is on. If you guys want a ticker covered, come to at the close.
All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Let's go and do this. One, the only Joel. What's going on?
Hey, Mitch, you sound like you have a little bit of the all day being on the mic fatigue there. Is that true?
There's no
Have
such
they been keeping you on the mic all day?
Hey, there's no such thing as fatigue, man. We just keep rolling with it. Whether it's late or early, it doesn't matter. I'm here at 6:30 a.m. here at 3:30. I'll be here all day. Let's do this thing.
So the question of the day, have you had a Coney dog yet?
No, I have not. I just went to Potbelly for lunch, but
Okay.
so maybe we got to check out the Potbelly stuff.
Yeah, the Potbelly is okay. The Coney dogs are what you got to have, but we'll figure that out. Well, I mean, you want to say this has been, an important day in the market, but then I don't want to lie to you. We did take out the pre-market low, and also the low from last week, going to 44.92. By the dippers, I'm coming in once again. They trimmed those losses. We're only a couple points from the open of 9:30 session. So as we stand right now, I would say a minor win for the Bears. I wouldn't put it any more than that. Crude not having a bad day. Crude's been kind of quiet too, up 99 cents to 69.34. Not wanting to forget about that $70 level, still within sight. Gold's in the red by 710 at 1791.40. Silver touched 25 yesterday. We're at 24 today. We're down 35 cents at 24.02. Bitcoin quiet too. Made that low at 44.5, just hanging out, down $435, 46,345, and Ethereum showing strength once again, up $116.50, going the opposite way of Bitcoin. That's at 38.25. So tell us about your day in the office. Was everyone nice to you? Did you check out the cafeteria? Did you go in the park? What did you do, Mitchell?
Well, I haven't done too much, but I went down towards lunch, I went to the park, hung out at the park. I think that's a great spot, hanging out in the sun. One of the good things is there's some good weather in Detroit. I heard it's been rainy this summer, but doesn't seem like I'm getting it. Looks like I brought the good sunny weather from Denver, so I'm not going to be mad about that. And the office, I mean, this is where you want to be. Honestly, I'm a little jealous I don't get to come at least once a week. I don't know if I'd be here every single day, but I can tell you right now, I definitely would be here sometimes. I enjoy it, and it's a great environment. A lot of people building and working on things. That's what it's all about. We're always
all right. So where's the action? I mean, we can look at some stuff that covered this morning. Did we get any midday mishaps or anything you want to cover first?
Well, first thing is I think we can look at some of the big movers. I was wondering to see what was going to happen with support, but did you see EFTR today? It's a SPAC, but man, I just want to point out the biggest mover of the day there,
Let's see. EFTR.
Effector.
Effector.
There's
So low float Reddit stock. Is that what it is? What do
it's
we got on it?
low float SPAC. That's
Low float SPAC.
and
And did it have any news? Did they actually effectively come up with a therapy, or is this just the boys being boys in this stock?
it's just social media buzz and getting this going. But man, did it get a ride today? We're
40 bucks, huh?
I'm actually looking forward to. We're probably trying to get an interview. I know we interviewed the CEO before, this move, but it's going to be interesting. I'll see if I'll be able to get that tomorrow. So we can transition over a little bit here.
I'll
Coin,
just say one thing on this. You had no business being short this thing today. If you are,
yeah, for
you
sure.
go, yeah, 129K on Thursday, right? Basically down a dime. You jump over $5 on 7.7 million shares on Tuesday. Woo, woo, woo! Warning signal. Up, big volume, low float, short squeeze, SPAC. Boom. Opened up 1170. Dipped. It opened red down to 1070. You would have had to been throwing darts to pick out that level. But at least when it came back up through 1170, you had no business being short. Took out previous day's high and doubled, going to 40.42, 10 points off that high. Not such an easy call for tomorrow, backing off that high. This would be the one where, the boys can do a little bit in the pre-market and after hours, do a little heavy lifting, get it up 34, 35. And then the liquidity comes in at 9:30 and they slam it. So that's
Mm.
one possible scenario, but above my pay grade. That's just based on past history, the way these things trade.
I'd have to say I've seen it many times, Joe. Many times. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going, guys. You guys give us that like. We're almost to 50 likes. We got 186 people watching. Let's get it up there. Next one we're going to get into. Did you see a coin is struggling after that news, of
Big nose.
possible getting regulation there in coin? We'll see what happens, really. But I mean, this thing is not
Mm,
looking good on the chart. They received a well notice from the SEC, so good.
not well, right?
Not looking too hot there on the chart.
You're still managing, though, a green bar, barely. I had that lower open, 257, went to 53.88, and had a nice rebound. Man, another tough call here. It just doesn't feel, we'll say, you had this move up from the low of the move at 208. Where'd you get to? You got to 294. So what is that? An 86-point move. 43. Ooh, the numbers are coming together. 43 and 8 is 51. Today's low 53.58. So you're getting half back of this move here. I'd say as long as it holds above these pair of lows at 48.50, 48.09, I'd say this little bit of buy the dip opportunity after that run up. But you had the double factor. You had Bitcoin, getting a big hit yesterday, and then you don't want to get a Wells letter from the SEC. You think that's something that they would have done, would have looked into more before the company went public. But I see the support at 248. That needs to hold there for you Coinbase longs. Mute.
Good old fashioned mute button there. All right, there. So Genie this morning had some good earnings,
Oh,
but the EPS was just completely not what was expected. The actual, if you go a little bit deeper into what the company was speaking on and their earnings number, it really wasn't too bad. They said they kind of expected to see that EPS, but one of the things that they've been doing is their strategy on going after the leagues has been really doing well. As you guys can see, I mean, right from the open, it seems like the investors thought the same.
Tough day. I mean, you take the shakeout. Maybe you thought it was going to 19. It didn't. We gave you that area on the upside to keep an eye on, and you did pierce that. So the pair of highs at 21.76, 21.78. You got through there. So you kind of could have got a nice little day trade off, and it went a buck above that. Of course, you would have had to take profits on the way up. Now coming back down, I'd say win for the Bulls. If you close above that double top there, uh, still in the 22 handle, and then see if you can hold that through tomorrow. That sell off the open, it would have been tough. I'd mentioned some support just under 20. Yeah, for your short-term traders waiting it to go to 1910, that would have been a lot of heat. And if you were this is a tough one. If you were waiting for the 1888 low, you got stuffed on that. So big wicked candle the first session. Really the only trade that really made any sense is when you went through that double top, and at that point you're thinking, well, it's already wow, $3 off the low. How much farther can it go? So big range day, cleared out some sell stops on the downside. You got rid of your seller at 21.77. We'll see how Genie holds up over the next couple days, holding that 21.80 level, which the old resistance.
All right, let's go to another one here. Let's go to Coop. Coop, COUP. Look at this one. After their earnings, they've been kind of getting destroyed,
Mm.
and they did get a price target raise. It looks like to 280, and Wells Fargo also raised it to 270, but not this morning. 4.75% down there to 250.97.
Yeah, you got some people piling in over 268, pair of highs in that area. Got all the way to 270, 79. You're looking good. You're looking for more. Well, maybe if you were looking at these three highs, 270, 109, where did we get to? Just shy of that. And then, it turned. And a lot of that action happening early. Longs caught going through that 268 level, pushed it down hard. And you know what? We might have some more work to do on the downside, trading 12 down $12.42. But only 13 cents off the low of the session. Got a little gap fill, little voided price here to go down to 247.41. So that'd be my next target. The 50-50-78 low is buffeted by a 50-50 low. That's the start of your gap. But if we can't hold in here, look for that gap fill 47.5. Maybe get out there at 48. Make sure you get it, and then see if it can turn off that. But big red candle on an earnings day, not exactly what you want to see.
100% on that gap. That's what I'd be looking for. Let's go ahead. Next one I want to talk about. Did you see defensives moving a little bit today? Coke and Pepsi not having a bad day. I know we don't talk about these often, but on a weak September, seasonality coming into play, when investors start worrying, that's when you start seeing that those defensives move. So Coke and Pepsi, not a bad day.
Yeah, rock solid supported at Pepsi 55.5, up almost to 56.5. So clear line on the sand there at 55.5. Do we get up? You have three lower highs going in the last three sessions. So see if you can keep it. Big move for Coke off the low. I think Pepsi's a little bit closer to all-time highs. Not quite. But we do have a good level for our Pepsi traders here, and we're almost right there right now. Pair of highs 56.72, 56.78. Your last two sessions, another pair of highs stacked up that at 157.35. So both trading near the highs of the session that had the good support at 154. You had all these lows here, all these lows here. Couldn't quite you did touch it yesterday, not quite today. So a little bit of a trading range here. I'd say which way we decide to break through this 154 or I have to give it a little more room, even clear that 158. But that's been your trading range since August 24th. Where'd Mitch go?
Hey, what's up, Joel? How's it going?
Hey, what's going on?
So Mitch's monitors just randomly turned off, and so we're getting them fixed right now. As you can see, oh no, they're back. They're back. Mitch is back. I'm out of here. Cool. All right, all
Good
right.
to see you, Ryan. We'll see you this week. All right, buddy?
Yeah, I'll see you this week.
All right.
Peace.
All right, a little bit of a battle there, but
Where's Waldo?
where in the world is Funny Mitch at?
That's a new one, man.
I need Santiago after that. I need the comedian to come on. Where's the comedian? Cue the
Oh,
comedian.
you know what? I'm going to write him down. We haven't had Bill on in a while.
Hey, that's my
You
guy.
know what? I hope he doesn't listen to this one, but his last appearance wasn't too good. Bill, I hope you don't take that to heart. But when I get you back on, man, have some new material. I think it's just kind of hard after the election. And but we'll get Bill back on. Anyways, still bouncing around 45.10 here, not trying, really no clear direction going into the close.
All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's transition here. I did see some restaurants up today, which is something interesting. So we can take a look at Starbucks and McDonald's, also DPZ, but mainly Starbucks and McDonald's having a good day.
Yeah, good
Starbucks
day.
interesting.
I don't know. I mean, it's coming off. It's found that big buyer at 114. Just question if that same buyer is a big seller here at 118. You snuck over 118 here back on August 10th, 118.50. Couple pair of highs right over 118. That was from last week. Today's high 118.19, still pressing up there. So clears that. Definitely, you got how 4 highs at that area. No, that next area is up 119. So you clear the lower 118 handle. Let's call it 118 and a quarter. Maybe get a look at 119. But nice bounce off the low. Big bar here. Big bar today. Looks like we're going to be closing in the upper portion of that candle. So could follow through. I wouldn't bet against follow through to the upside in Starbucks tomorrow.
All right, so let's take a look at McDonald's. McDonald's also having a good day.
Mickey
And
D's.
Mickey D's, the restaurant I don't go to anymore, but looks like a lot
How
of people
come?
do. I just can't do it anymore. If I do fast food, it has to at least seem like it isn't the worst for me. So I go to like let's say like a steak and shake or something like that. So we'll say a little bit higher class.
Mitch, man, you got some expensive taste. No McDonald's, but you go to Steak and Shake.
Hey,
Uh, I mean, this thing, wake me up when it breaks out of this 235 to 240 range. You were under 235 for a little bit in mid-August. You spent a little time above 240 in August. You haven't crossed into that threshold yet in September. We're still, only about a third through the month. So looks like trade to range here, 235.40. 38.59, you're closer to the upper end of that range, but yeah, no clear direction coming out of the house that Ronald built.
hey, you are what you eat, and I don't think it'll be McDonald's. Let's go ahead. Let's get into the next one here. Let's talk about some earnings that are coming after the close. We got RH, Lulu, and of course GameStop. GameStop. Yes, I said it. You guys out there, what are you guys thinking? Put it in the chat if you guys are interested in any of these earnings. And Joel, which one are we looking at here? RH?
Street a little bit bearish going into the report here, where it was over 740. Back, I keep an eye on the 640 area. That's a must-hold area. And also start to get back into the gap from the last earnings report. On a pop here, you've had a nice break. I would, you can't give something like this here. That's too close. The 685, that spot's a pair of highs. But, if it really gets going to the upside and you're trying to wiggle out, a lot of people are probably thinking about that 700 handle. Nothing in the lower seven handles, but if you spot up the three highs on the 31st through the 2nd of this month, 710.54 up to 712.05. That's a point and a half range. I'd have to say 711, 712, little sell zone here after the big decline going into the report. Lulu, Street's been bearish this one going into the report, taking some profits. No one wants to be long Lulu going into the report. Just at the all-time high to start of last week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down days in a row. The fact that you have that now makes me think you're going to, if you get a good report, you're going to find sellers, either people that wanted to exit the stock before or that want to exit now, they got stuck up there above 400. So I use that. Let's just use that 400 on a crazy pop up. There was a high right there at 400, 401.95. On the downside, you've already made quick work of last week's low or last month's low. So I'm looking at on the downside, if you take out the low for today, 76.37, you got a ways to go. Your low from July, 61.51. That's a potential stopping point if they turn on Lululemon.
Yeah, I wonder if this was a matter of some other reports coming in earlier, like let's say Nike, Under Armour, some other kind of retailers giving it the boost before their earnings. But
Mm-hmm.
now that it's come down, like you said, those last couple of days, could see maybe a different reaction coming from the earnings report. We'll see what happens with Lulu. Let's take a look here, of course, at the one, the only GameStop. What is going to happen here? These earnings calls haven't been that exciting, I'll be honest. At last two, they haven't answered questions. So I think this is what we're going to be paying attention to. Do they answer questions? I want to get to them, but let's see what happens. What are you looking at?
I didn't adjust that line since I had it at the 226 resistance. Got just above that. A little bit more. Where do we get to here? On the most recent pop, 231.44. So a little seller's remorse if you sold it at 226, but better there than holding on to it. Couple lows in the same area. So good report. You got a ways to go. Just pick up your daily highs, on the way back up there all the way to 231. What was your low of the move? Your low of the move here, 145.69. So that's 145. It's going to be a little bit tougher. I'll have to go to my retracement tool on this one. If you're looking to get this on any kind of pullback, boom, boom, boom. Ooh, coming into that area halfway back of this move here, 190. The low today, 190.68, $10 off that low. So I'll keep an eye on that. Going wide on this one, I'll say 190 up to, let's call it 215. Pair of highs at 1480 and 1627, your 3 and 4 day highs.
We'll be paying attention to that call. I'm trying to put that on right here on Benzinga's YouTube. So if you guys want to check out that call later today, it will be at 5 p.m. just to give that. That's when the earnings call starts there. Let's take a look at one mentioned in the chat here. And the guy, I mean, I can't blame him for it, but he says he's swinging this short. He said he hasn't closed yet. LCID, Lucid, turning around today. It filled the gap, but now it's coming back.
The good news is it's right on the session, 93. Also, sellers lined up at 20. You are a buck off there, right? 1995, the high from yesterday, 2003 today. So there's your big level. I mean, above 20, you might have to reevaluate that short position, but right now, two highs in the same area. Also, the fact that you backed off a buck, you're going to close a buck off there. I don't think you can get too more excited about the downside here until you take out 1867, and that matches the low from today at 1870. So pretty good trading range. I'd say you break down 1870, maybe get a look at closer to 18, your 4-day low. You break above 20, and you're going to have some company trying to buy this in a rising market.
Well, I'll definitely be paying attention to this one. I was wondering, was it going to fill the gap? It did there. Now the question is it coming back to test the lows? We'll find out on Lucid. All right, so let's go to the chat here. What other ones are being mentioned? I'd love to knock out some of those from you guys. I did see Mario talk about this one. I'm not even sure I know this ticker. Let me look this up before we start bringing it in here. I mean, there's not much to say on this chart, but we could take a look right quick. IMPL. Looks like Mario wants to really get this one on here. IMPL, it says here is trading lower after the company announced the launch of a proposed public offering of 3 million shares. So definitely an offering coming out and just rocking this stock.
But it got rocked before that.
That
I mean,
that's
yeah.
worrisome. So
Do we have a price?
let's see. Let me see if I have the price here for you. Don't
No.
price right now. No.
I'd have to see how it's priced and then how it, I see if that's either going to be support or resistance. Right now, based on the dailies, I like 15, but I don't think they're going to go that low to get the offering. They probably want to do the offering on a Friday when that stock was catapulting. But yeah, I like the support at 15. I think for this to turn around, see what the offering price is, maybe put a couple lows in this area, but I see the support there. If the offering price happens to come in higher, up to 18, you got a gap to between 1747 and 18. So little dilution going on. Let's find out where that offering price comes in at.
All right. Well, this one had released the good news on Friday, the 3rd of September, which was pretty much an FDA approval for their Risa nasal spray for acute treatment of migraines. Then it got some raises from the street. It got Cohen raising the price target of 55 high. I mean, I don't know. That guy right now is maybe in an office, but we'll definitely be paying attention.
Probably dressed just like you, Mitch, wearing a suit.
He probably talked like me too. So we'll definitely be watching this one.
Symbol.
Had a swing like no other. All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
Symbol. Give me a symbol. Is that impossible IMPL you're talking about? Or
that's this one right here. That's
wow. I don't know. Tough one. If you're good at trading stocks like that, go ahead and trade them.
Yeah.
Sell them on the way up and buy them on the way down.
PayPal looks like it had a tough day also. So we'll go ahead and bring that one up. I'm actually going to head out a second early. I need to run the next show right after this. But guess what, Joel? You got AB.
AB.
What is up, Joel? How we doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good, AB. I'm going to make it down there to visit you. All right, Mitch, we'll let you go and do that. AB, do you want to pick up some symbols or do you want I'll just finish here with PayPal. They liked the deal and then they didn't like the deal. We're going for a gap fill at 296.78. How high did you get? Close. Oh, you missed it by 8 cents. I hope you weren't too picky on that gap fill. Now coming down, we're at an important area here for PayPal. You see you had you've got 2-3 lows in this area and you're not bouncing. 84.34, that was a low back on the 31st. 83.33, this is big, and now we're closing near there. After this run up, this red candle leaning on the downside here, I don't see anything to 280 there. So don't like it. Having the big candle, reversing on the move, and closing near the low. Could be a rough day for PayPal tomorrow making that acquisition.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly looks that way. It looks like we ran out of some steam on the way up there. Let's see if there's anything else coming in the chat that we can check out with the last. Okay, yeah, we're going to Square real quick. Pretty similar charts there. They all trade together.
And the Bitcoin not helping it today, right? or yesterday, so they kind of trade with the cryptos as well. But yeah, PayPal and Square, and if you got something else from the chat, I can take that. Or if you got a favorite of yours, I do want to mention one stock that we dissected this morning pretty well for you. And the street is selling into what Elliott Management Corp has been accumulating a stake in. Earnings day low on this one. You got the 3-day pop and then consolidation station. And then boom, people were looking for the gap fill. I believe that's 114.17. And then all these buyers here and here and here said, you know what? I'm fading Elliott on this one, at least in the short term. Tried to rally off the open. This is one of those whoops trades where you get the open, you rally up, looking good, and then you come back down through the open. You catch the actual opening price was 111.28. Let's go to drill down to a shorter term chart just to show you guys. Let's go to a 2-minute. Will that do anything to show you the importance of these opening, how quickly the computers can change their minds when things go against them. Higher open, you have the momentum going. 2 minutes is too short, but I just want to show you all the trading action you had here off the open. This is a 2-minute chart. Boom, here, 2, 4, 6 minutes in, looking good. 8 minutes in, not looking so good and selling off. Maybe get a gap fill in this one, top of the range from yesterday. 103.65. We're closed here, Aaron. A little burst of buying in the S&Ps. We opened at 1250. Looks like we're going to close in that area. Very, 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 very small win for the Bears today.
Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot happening, as you mentioned, slightly in the red there, Joel. Last thing I was looking at right as we were closing was
Sure.
I saw BABA down about 2.5% all day, and it didn't really move at all, which is, atypical for BABA. BABA usually moves a little bit, and then right there at the end, it looks like we got some buyers there. So we'll see what this one does in the after hours and maybe in pre-market tomorrow.
Yeah, keep an eye on it because I've noticed that the late day moves in this tend to kind of into the after hours. And so I'd be leaning that way too, kind of topsy-turvy.
It wasn't nothing crazy at the end there, but just a tiny little bit of buy-in came in.
Now, good eye on that one, Aaron. So we'll get back with you, and I'll be seeing you either tomorrow or Friday. So keep an eye on Mitch there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, see you soon, Joel. All right, y'all, hang around. We're going over to Mitch is going to be with Chris, 10-minute trader right now, so don't go anywhere.